When most of us think about the universe, we picture things. Planets circling stars, atoms spinning around nuclei, people moving through space and time. But beneath those visible motions there may lie something deeper, a web of relationships so fundamental that things themselves are only temporary knots in the weave. That is the idea behind temporal multiversal quantum correlation, or TMQC, a speculative framework that tries to describe reality not as a chain of causes, but as a network of enduring connections. Quantum mechanics already taught us that the universe does not behave like a set of billiard balls. When two particles interact, they can become entangled, their properties linked in such a way that measuring one instantly defines the other, no matter how far apart they travel. Nothing passes between them, there is no hidden signal. It is as if they are still part of one system that happens to be spread out across space. This simple but astonishing fact shows that relationship, not separation, is the more natural language of the universe. TMQC asks what would happen if the same logic applied not just across space, but across time itself. Perhaps moments are also connected in a hidden way, just as particles are. Yesterday and tomorrow may already share correlations that our ordinary sense of causality hides. Nothing would travel from the future to the past. Instead, both would participate in a larger pattern that exists all at once. What we experience as the flow of time could then be the way our awareness moves through the static web of relationships, noticing one connection after another. To make this idea concrete, TMQC introduces an extra coordinate beyond the familiar dimensions of space and time, a kind of informational distance. In this higher dimensional map, events that are far apart in time or space can still be close together if they share strong correlations. Think of it like a crumpled sheet of paper. 2 points drawn far apart on the flat page can touch when the sheet folds. TMQC calls this extended structure the correlation manifold. Within it, the universe may keep its coherence not by sending signals, but by maintaining geometric adjacency between related states. This geometry can be written mathematically using a warp operator, symbolized as W lambda equals E minus isks backslash lambda equals E caret I backslash lambda SX W lambda equals E minus isks. It's a compact way of saying that the relationships between systems can change globally, through the geometry itself, without altering the local laws of physics. Energy and information never travel faster than light, only the shape of connection shifts. If this geometry really underlies the universe, it could help explain why some patterns in nature seem mysteriously self-coordinated. In TMQC's picture, systems do not send messages across time or between possible realities, they reflect one another through shared structure. Observers might, in principle, infer these structures statistically, by noticing correlations that normal cause and effect cannot explain, yet they could never use them to control the future or rewrite the past. Physics stays intact. The world simply gains a deeper layer of relational order. The framework becomes most interesting when it turns to consciousness. Every moment of awareness is a burst of pattern recognition, the brain relating what it senses to what it remembers, predicting what may come next. In that sense, consciousness is already a process of building and detecting correlations. TMQC suggests that this might not be a coincidence. Perhaps awareness is what it feels like when the universe looks at one of its own correlation patterns from the inside. Each mind would then be a local curvature in the global geometry of information, a region where the web briefly becomes self-aware. This does not mean minds control physics. Rather, it places mind and matter on the same footing. Both are manifestations of the same relational field. Matter is stable correlation, thought is dynamic correlation. The difference lies in how each interacts with the manifold of information. One might wonder, if everything is connected, where is free will? TMQC preserves it by keeping the no communication rule intact. Even within a globally coherent universe, each observer remains locally autonomous. The inability to signal through the manifold is not a flaw, it is what allows individuality to exist. Every conscious being interprets the shared field from a unique point of view, adding diversity to unity. Freedom, in this picture, is the right to interpret the whole differently from where you stand. If the universe is indeed a web of relationships, then harmony and disharmony are geometrical facts, not moral metaphors. Acts of compassion, creativity, and honesty align local patterns with the coherence of the whole. Acts of cruelty or deceit distort that alignment, introducing noise into the fabric. To live ethically, then, is to live in tune with the geometry of correlation, to keep one's own pattern resonant with the universal rhythm. TMQC stays within the boundaries of known physics. It does not predict time travel, psychic communication, or miracles. It proposes no new forces, only a new way of describing the relationships that quantum theory already allows. Its predictions, if any, would appear as incredibly small statistical anomalies, too subtle for current instruments to measure. For now, its purpose is conceptual, to provide a language that connects physics, information, and consciousness under one consistent idea. At its heart, TMQC paints a picture of a universe that is not a machine running on cause and effect, but a living geometry of patterns knowing itself. Time becomes a perspective within that geometry. Awareness becomes its mirror. We, as conscious beings, are tiny but genuine expressions of the same coherence that binds galaxies, atoms, and moments together. The theory does not end mystery, it deepens it. It reminds us that the world is not a collection of things, but a conversation of relationships, and that to understand it fully may mean learning how to listen to the quiet logic that connects everything to everything else.